Hey there, and welcome to the team. I'm absolutely thrilled to be sitting down with you today for this explainer. Think of this as your personalized orientation session for your brand new science lab. As a new instructor, you're stepping into a dynamic, occasionally kind of chaotic, but incredibly rewarding environment. Today, we're going to focus entirely on mastering Competency 001D. This is all about tool selection and safe use, and honestly, it's the absolute foundation of literally everything you're going to do with your students this year.
So, here is our onboarding schedule. We'll start with your role as a curator, then look at primary grade tools before graduating to the upper grades. After that, we'll integrate modern technology, and finally, we'll cover the safe operation and handling of all these tools.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the teacher as curator.
Now, a curator is a teacher who ensures that the chosen tools perfectly match the student's developmental level and the state curriculum standards, like the techs here in Texas. A really great tip for you here actually is to always look at the action verbs in your standards to dictate your tool choice. If the standard says observe, well, a hand lens is perfect. If it says measure, you're going to need something quantitative. Because teaching science isn't just about unlocking a supply closet and handing out equipment at random. No way. You are a curator. Just like a museum curator deliberately selects pieces for an exhibit to tell a very specific story to a specific audience, you've got to deliberately match your tools to your patrons, which, in this case, are your students. If the tool is too advanced, you just frustrate the student. If it's too basic, you bore them. Your job is to curate the absolute perfect environment for learning to happen.
Moving right along to Section 2, primary grades and simple tools.
So, for early childhood through grade 2, your science tools really must have a simple design. We're talking about non-standard units, hand lenses, and primary balances. And when I say non-standard units, I mean using things like paper clips to measure length, or, counting blocks to measure weight. Why do we do this? Well, at this developmental stage, the concept of a centimeter or a gram is just way too abstract. It doesn't mean anything to them yet. They need tangible, relatable items to build that foundational concept of measurement first. Hand lenses let them get up close with nature safely, and a primary balance visually demonstrates heavier versus lighter in a way their developing brains can immediately grasp.
But of course, as your students grow, your curated collection has to evolve with them. That brings us to Section 3, upper grades and standard units.
As your students advance into grades 3 through 6, so do their tools. We make a very distinct shift away from those simple, non-standard items and transition directly into standard metric units. This is when you're bringing out the graduated cylinders, the triple beam balances, and the metric rulers. This is exactly how you align your tool selection with those advancing curriculum standards we talked about. By third grade, students are cognitively ready to handle the precision of standard units. They actually need to learn how to read the meniscus on a graduated cylinder, or meticulously slide the little weights on a triple beam balance. You're literally bridging them from basic, conceptual understanding to actual, precise, scientific quantification. It's a really exciting jump.
Now, your lab certainly isn't stuck in the 20th century. So let's look at Section 4, integrating modern technology.
The standards explicitly require us to integrate modern digital upgrades. As a curator, your toolkit now includes digital sensors, data logging software, and virtual simulations. You might use, say, digital temperature sensors that plug straight into a laptop, logging data in real time to create a live graph. This is a real game changer because it teaches students not just how to collect data, but how to analyze it instantly. What you really need to take away from this is that your curation responsibilities now include software right alongside your physical hardware.
And this digital integration also builds a much safer classroom. Technology is so often used to model phenomena that just cannot be safely or easily observed in person. Think about it. You obviously can't safely detonate a highly volatile chemical reaction in a fourth grade classroom. You can't easily observe the incredibly slow process of tectonic plates shifting, or the lightning-fast process of cellular division. Virtual simulations provide access to these complex, massive, microscopic, or downright dangerous phenomena in a completely safe, observable way.
Which is a perfect segue into Section 5, safe operation and handling.
I want to give you a quick warning right now. Safety isn't just a poster of rules you stick on your wall or a contract you send home to parents. As an instructor, you must actively model the correct physical stance and grip for all tools. Safety is a continuous physical demonstration of proper techniques. Your students are going to mirror exactly what you do, not just what you say. If you casually grab a hot beaker with the wrong tongs, guess what? They will too. You have to actively, consciously model the stance, the grip, and the posture of a safe scientist every single time you pick up a piece of equipment.
Let me give you a really concrete, foundational example of that modeling.
Always model carrying a microscope with 2 hands. One hand goes firmly on the arm, and the other hand supports right under the base, every single time. Even if you're just scooting it 3 inches across your desk, you model that 2-handed carry. Microscopes are expensive, precision instruments, and by demonstrating this grip, you're instilling respect for the tools right alongside those vital physical safety protocols.
Okay, let's look at another absolutely essential step-by-step procedure, the wafting technique. When you're dealing with odors, step 1, keep a safe distance from the odor. Step 2, use your hand to gently wave the scent toward your nose instead of direct sniffing. As your mentor, I need you to actually practice this physically. Direct sniffing of unknown chemicals? Absolutely not. It can severely damage the mucous membranes in the nasal passages or cause terrible respiratory reactions. By wafting, you gently dilute the odor with the surrounding air, which allows you to observe the scent safely. You have got to break this down and teach it as a tangible, physical technique to your students before they ever uncap a single test tube.
So, we've covered a lot today. The developmental appropriateness of tools for both primary and upper grades, the seamless integration of modern technology, and the relentless, active modeling of safety techniques. Now that you know the standards, what kind of scientific curator will you be for your students? The classroom is all yours, the tools are perfectly selected, and I literally cannot wait to see the incredible learning environment you are going to build. Good luck out there.